Hey guys, it's Adrian again with Butcher by You. Today I'm going to be showing you how to properly trim and cut a beef tenderloin. Now a lot of people, this is the filet mignon they know it as, but the technical term would be your tenderloin. You can see right here on this cow, we have our sirloin up top, and then right in the middle is your tenderloin. That little bitty piece. So this is a select tenderloin we got from the store. Now what we'll do, first cut where we'll start at is we're going to go right on top. And I'm going to start right at the front, right where this silver skin meets up with the actual meat. Now you want to make sure you don't dig too deep and take too much meat off. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to angle my knife upwards towards the silver skin, so that it glides against it. Now if you can see, it's all pretty much silver skin. Doesn't really waste any meat. I'm going to do the same thing, coming all the way down to the tail. Just you don't have to put an extreme angle because you'll cut through, but just enough to where you just ride that silver skin and you're not digging into the actual meat itself. Now once I have the top done, I'm going to turn it on its side and I'm going to peel this side down with the silver skin. Again, I'm just right at the tip, trying not to dig too much into the meat, and I'm going to ride this fat all the way down. Now you come into a junction where the two pieces of meat meet each other. You're not going to want to go all the way into the middle right here because you'll cut off this big chunk of meat. You're going to come right on the outside of it and follow it down. We'll cut that off, remove that. Now right here in the front, they usually have just a little bit of fat kind of just together. We'll take that off and we'll spin them around to the other side. Now as you can see, you have a last little layer of silver skin, but that silver lining kind of goes into this other flank of the meat. So what you're going to want to do is cut into it, again keeping it a little tilted upward so we're not taking too much meat out. Then once you get to the junction, you'll just cut that flap off. Now we'll flip it upside down, and you can see we have a lot more fat, silver skin, and just gristle. So from here, I like to start at the tail. We'll clean that up. I'm going to peel this side down. Just barely cutting into that meat. This steak is so good you don't want to waste any bit of it. You want to just take off what you need to. Now that we have that piece cleaned up, we'll spin them around. And we're just going to do the same thing that we've been doing the whole time. Just take off all that fat and waste. And voila. Voila, nice and clean, trimmed. Now if you want to cook it like this in a roast, you can tie it, roll it, and then you can cook it whole and then slice it if you want. But see, what we're going to do, we're going to cut it so that we can grill it as steaks. Now I'll start from the back end, and I'll take this little tip off just to even it up. And this end right here, don't throw this away. People will keep this and the other trimmings off the filet. And this is what you could do like beef stroganoff for. This would be like your beef tips that you'll hear in some dishes. So now I'm going to go, I want a nice good grilling steak, so I'm probably going to go about 2 inches. So the first knuckle would be 1 inch, second knuckle is going to be 2 inches. We'll measure that out, slice it, bam, nice and pretty. Show that out a little bit up close. Nice pretty steak. It's got just a little bit of marble, but all nice good lean meat. Do another 2-incher. Another. Oh yeah. That's good. These are like your center cut fillets. When you go to a nice restaurant, you pay that high dollar price, this is what you're getting. Perfect cuts. Now what we'll do, we'll get one more good semi-center cut filet. You can see that this little fat vein is starting to kind of run big. So now this brings us to the end. And as you can see, we didn't want to trim because we take a little too much off in the beginning, this piece of fat. But now that we have it here in the steak form, what we'll do is we'll actually take our knife and you'll peel that junction between the two pieces of meat down. And you can see I'm not even really cutting, I'm just kind of just peeling that fat off. Everything, the meat's just so tender. And there we go. So good 2 inches. You got five steaks. Can't really beat that, you know. And then from here, we'll take all of our pieces that we cut earlier, and we'll trim take all of our usable meat out of it. That way we're not wasting one bit. As you can see, some of this meat is just so tender, I'm just pulling it off. I'm not even cutting it. I'm just separating the fat and the gristle from the actual meat itself. Cut that. See, look at that. Pull that, and what you'll be able to do with this, if you want, if you don't feel like cooking like beef stroganoff or something like that, you could actually just strip this up into pieces, and you could use it as a stir fry, fajita. Man, that'd be pretty good right there. Instead of regular just kind of beef that you'd buy at the store, you get some nice good filet steak in your fajita. Talk about tender. We'll just keep separating this meat from the fat. Just like that. Good. Good deal. See, and now we have our fat pile and our meat pile. Like I said, I'm going to use this for stir fry. So we'll just kind of chop it up just in pieces, really thin. As you can see, that's perfect. That's like one little serving, one fajita almost of meat. Do a couple of those, you'll be good to go. Alright guys, well now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these, pack them, vacuum seal them, and get them into the freezer. But once again, I'm Adrian, and this is Butcher by You. I appreciate you tuning in, checking me out. Just stay tuned, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Alright, see y'all later.